I grit my teeth as I stare him down. The ego of this guy. Just walking up and thinking that he's gonna do away with me. And in the middle of a party, no less. Doesn't he realize we're not that far away from other people? There's no way he can do anything here. We're too close. So, Sylvester, is it? I say to the man, walking a bit closer. You must not be very bright. In case you didn't know, there's a party going on. Lots of people who don't know anything about magic, just a short waltz away. Maybe a normal fight might go unnoticed, but if you start casting magic, that's going to draw attention. This is supposed to be a secret, isn't it? For a moment, he looked at me with a confused expression, and then he simply closed his eyes and began straightening his gloves, as to look neat and tidy, slicking back his oiled hair. Ah, just what I'd expect from a nothing like you. You seem to not know anything at all, which isn't surprising. A trash magic caster like you doesn't even understand the basic etiquette of a magical challenge. How tragically inept, he said as he finally finished adjusting himself and began reaching into his pocket, from which he pulled two small crystals, holding them up to me so that I could see them. Listen closely, Trash, because this is going to be a lesson from your superior. You should feel quite honored, in fact, even if you are going to die. So, as a final gift to you, before you visit the hereafter, I'll explain it for your tiny little mind. When true magic casters have a battle, there is no concern of being discovered by non-magical people, because we use these. I surmise through your lack of knowledge that you don't have possession of any yourself. So I'll be gracious and allow you access to one of mine, he said, throwing one of the crystals over to me. I took one hand out of my pocket, catching the crystal. It was small and had a light blue glow about it. These, garbage, are called challenge gems. And though it is simple to me, I surmise that garbage like yourself most likely won't understand it. But I'll explain it anyways. These gems act somewhat as a doorway. Once a challenge has been issued by a fellow caster, and the combat agreed upon by both parties, we use these. They are affected by the intentions of those holding them. And when two people hold the gems with the intention to do battle, they open a doorway, passing both combatants through it. Effectively, what this does is move us out of temporal alignment with normal reality, so that you're both in the place that you are, and yet you're not. And whatever magic you might use or damage you might cause effectively never happened. Once the duel is decided, the gems will open the gates back, bringing both combatants back to this world, this temporal alignment that we all live on. All the damage to the surrounding area simply ceases to be, as if it never happened. However, these effects do not extend to the caster themselves. Whatever damage is done, and those of a non-magical sort are completely incapable of perceiving the events. Regardless of what you do, no one will hear it. No one will see it. The only people actually capable of perceiving it will be those with magical power themselves. Do understand that normally this kind of etiquette is not a courtesy we hand out to trash. I could simply do away with you. I could have attacked you without reason or cause, without warning. And trash like you neither could have stopped me, nor would I have faced any punishment for it, because you are not really a caster. You're simply trash pretending to be, because you learned a few tricks. But despite that, no one of the Emerald Alliance would ever be caught dead stooping to such means. If we are to do away with an enemy, then we will do so properly. As a proper caster, we adhere to etiquette, always, even for trash, garbage wizards that don't deserve it. So, if that answers all your silly little questions, let us commence, shall we? He says, holding forward his crystal, the blue glow intensifying. He's ready to fight, huh? Well then, he wants a fight. He'll get one. I hold my crystal up. The glow intensifies. Suddenly, in between me and Sylvester, I see a mote of light beginning to grow from the space between us. Suddenly, there's a flash of blue energy, and a wave moves out from that center point, rapidly flashing past. And suddenly, the crystal stops glowing. You see, Trash? He said, looking at me and tucking the crystal back away in his pocket. It's as simple as that. We are effectively outside of our normal temple reality and can do battle as we wish. Nothing else to it. Now, let's begin.